Good morning. Welcome to this week's edition of Meaningful Monday. I am grateful to be here and I am glad to be here. 3 weeks ago, I challenged myself and challenged you. We repeated it again 2 weeks ago, and I'm repeating it again now. What we call the 21-day, 2-minute gratitude experience or gratitude challenge. We were to look each day, find some experience. So we would hunt till we found an experience. Anything, just simple, that we could find gratitude in that moment. And that maybe somebody opened the door for us, or they did something, or maybe it's a big, who knows. But just one thing. And then once we got it, then we captured it, right? So we remembered it, and then we record it, and then we reflect upon it. What happens to your mind? Remember, the eyes and the ears only see and hear those things that the brain tells us to see and hear. If we take the time, 2 minutes, just 2 minutes, I'm telling you right now, you will improve. Your attitude towards life will improve. You will see things differently. In my life, my appreciation for Lori has gone up. My appreciation for nature, for my children, the interaction with them, for simple things that happen with strangers or clients, my clients that I get to interact with. The spirit of elevation has raised it. What does that do for your mindset? What does that do for your actions? What does that do for the direction that you're going? I have to tell you, it's pretty awesome. Now let's talk about that word awesome for just a second. Let's talk about the first 3 letters, awe. What does awe mean? I like the definition by John Bingham. He's a professor and associate dean at the Marriott School of Management. And he says that awe is profound reverence, a personal, unexpected reaction to seeing God at work. Now, many of the things that I've captured, I thought were just mundane. Small little things, a sunset, a stranger I met on the path hiking, something that Lori did, just cleaning the house. I come back and said, how clean? And I was so much more aware of that. But it brings into awe. And when you are looking for and remembering those moments of awe, a profound reverence, a personal, unexpected reaction to seeing God at work, how can we remember, reflect, and record moments of gratitude? You know, I know it's tough to do that, especially if we aren't in the habit of it. Years ago, quite a few years ago, the first time I brought my family together and I said, we're going to start a new tradition. Every day when we get together as a family, anytime we get together, we're going to share a positive experience that happened during the day. Okay, go. That didn't go over really well. In fact, one of my kids said, I went to school. No, nothing happened. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You can't see one thing that you're grateful for or one thing that happened today that's exciting, but they can't. I pulled her aside and I said, would you be willing, your dad's going to do this every time that we get together. Would you be willing to support him, me, in this process? It would mean an awful lot to me. She reluctantly said, yeah, okay. And some of her answers going forward the next few days were not what I would call meaningful gratitude. But one day, I'll never forget it, she came in and said, can I be first? You see, in that moment, she captured something positive and she held on to it throughout the day. And something physiologically inside of her changed. She wasn't the same. And I'm not the same over the last 2 weeks that we've been doing this, 3 weeks. It's changed me, it's affected me, it's improved me. Let's just say it that way. I have a good friend, Bob Woolsey. Been a friend of Empowered Wealth for a long time, and he inspires me with his optimism and the things that he does. And he's taken that word potent. We've talked about it before. But every day he picks a letter or he writes the whole thing down and he goes through and he looks for people, opportunities, things, experiences, nature, or thoughts. Potent. People. Okay, first and foremost, what are those people that I don't normally see? It comes in and says opportunities. What are those opportunities I take for granted? Things. What are those things I take for granted? Experiences that we get to enjoy and have. Nature, the majesty of nature. And then thoughts. My favorite, the one is thoughts. Look, it's out there. So I'm re-challenging myself. I'm re-challenging you to find those experiences, to remember, reflect, and record moments of gratitude. And in those moments, you will see awe. that you didn't see before. So my empowering question is, what can I do consistently to remember, reflect, and record those moments of awe? What can you do to consistently remember, reflect, and record those moments of awe? Let's keep it going. And thank you to the 100 plus that have responded and are going forward with doing it. I'm looking forward to hearing how it's working for you. Have a meaningful week. Make it a meaningful week. And we'll talk next week. Bye-bye.